Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we're going to show you how to texture paint on top of your mesh. Okay, so let's just get right to it and show you how to do it. I'm going to use a cube here. I'm going to want one extra window open, so I'm going to click here, drag left, and the window that I'm going to want, I'm going to change it to the UV image editor, okay, which is going to show me my UV map once I unwrap my mesh. What else do I want to do here? I just want to set this open so I can see the Materials tab and the Textures tab. Now, I'm going to notice here that my material I have is the gray one. So that's fine for now. I'll just stick with using the gray material. And what I'm going to do later on is I'm going to add a texture to it. The texture is going to be one that I've drawn. So when I pick the image for it, it's going to be an image I've drawn in here and paint on in this window. So here we go. I go into edit mode, and with everything selected, the A key, everything selected, I'm going to go mesh, UV unwrap, unwrap. Now this way unwrapping looks like this, not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that again. I'm going to try this. Mesh, UV unwrap, smart UV project. It's a different way to unwrap. Island margin, I'm just going to put a little bit of space and hit OK. Those two different ways to unwrap, you can try each way when you have your objects. Sometimes the unwrap works well, sometimes that one works better. Okay, so you just try both quickly. I like this one for what we're going to do. And you can see it's unwrapped all 6 faces onto here. So this is our UV map, right? Now what's behind? Gray, basically nothing. What I want to do behind here is I want to make an image. And that image that I drawn is going to end up showing up on the faces. So here we go. Let's get a new image there. I can either hit new or hit image new. It asks me give it a name, so I am going to name it. I'm going to call it my image. And what color should it be? Let me start out by making this something very obvious. So I'll do like this orangey color. And OK. For some reason it zooms in. I'll just mouse roll and zoom out. And there I go. Okay, I have this showing up. Now, at this stage, what I have here is I have this image called my image. And I have this UV map. I'd like to name the map before I get started. So I go here to the Data tab of the object. And you see UV maps. Right now it's called UV map. I'm just going to double click it and I'm going to call it my map. Okay, just so it's obvious it's ours. So remember our steps. I've made an image called my image, all yellow, and I've named the current map that I unwrapped, called my map. Now what I do is I want to apply this image to the entire model. Well, this is materials. I've got this gray material wrapped around the whole object. Let's go give it an image here. So go to texture. And let's go type image. And when we scroll down here, I'm not going to open an image. I want to use the one I'm working on here, this yellow one. So I just select from here. These are the in-program ones, or the ones you've already used. And there's my image. Perfect. And now I scroll down and it says mapping. So what I want to do is I want to say coordinates from my UV map, and the map I want to use is my map. So if you think about the steps we did there, I made an image, I made a texture, and I'm telling this texture this is the image, my image, and this is the map to use, my map. That's basically it. Now why don't I see anything here? Because I have to be in material or texture mode, okay, to see the results, or rendered. Okay, it's up to you. I'll just go to texture mode for now, and that is sort of yellowish, so it's not bad. But here's now what you get to do. You're pretty well set up. Now we get to draw. So here's one way to draw. Pop this tab open. Let me actually close that tab. I just need a little more space here. I want to go to paint mode. And now I can pop the tab open. And I'm in paint mode. So let's paint some green. Let's paint some blue. Let's paint some purple. Let's paint some orange. Some green. Now I'm not seeing it. Oh, I'm barely seeing it, right? Let's go to a different mode here. Material. Rendered. Okay, so you are seeing it. It's because of my lighting in the world. But what's happening here, let me go to blue over here. And you can see that where I paint, that's the face that it pops up on. Okay, so that's one way you can paint. Okay, just switch to paint mode, pop open your toolkit here, and start painting. Okay, and that's basically it. When you're all done, you're going to want to go Image, and you can either save it, or you can pack it into the Blender file. I'll just pack it, so it's saved, and that way you open your file next time, and this all works. Now, there's another way to draw. You can actually go over to your Edit window, and you can switch from Edit mode to Texture Paint mode. And when I'm in Texture Paint mode, the same tool basically opens up, and you can see here I can take purple, and you can start painting. Now, rendered isn't the best. Texture is going to be a lot faster because we're painting onto our texture, but you can see what it's doing. This is more of a visual paint. You may like this one better. But then when you do this one, you can see it making the changes to your image. Image is changed. Every once in a while, save it if you want to keep it. That's basically it. Now, I know that seems like a lot of steps, but it's actually not too bad. Remember the overall big picture here, right? What's going on? This material was wrapped around the object. I've now told that material to have this texture. Okay, this texture. This texture is an image. I named the image, my image that I'd created in here, and I tell it to use the map. And the map that I unwrapped was here in the Data tab. I named it My Map. And so those are your basic steps. Once you do that a few times, you sort of got it. But that's your basics on texture painting onto your object. Thanks for watching.